So, I have a new car again. How did this happen? This is my new, well, sort of new, 2015 Ford Taurus SHO. How did I end up with another car in the span of just a month? Well, it's my company car. So, it's not really my car, but I get full use of it for the next few months until I get a new company car. So this is the 2015 Ford Taurus SHO. It's a shockingly fast car for how enormous it is. It has, I think, like 350 horsepower, something like that, but it's really the torque that gets you. It has the 3.5 liter turbo EcoBoost engine and pumps out like 380, almost 400 foot-pounds of torque with all-wheel drive, so it just jumps off the line like crazy. And this thing is a beast. It's huge. It's like a big rocket ship. Doesn't like to go around corners, but you get it pointed in a straight direction and it launches. This is kind of so this is Ford's only full-size sedan, outside of like the Lincoln MKS and then the future Lincoln Continental. And so this is kind of what replaced the old Panther body Ford cars, like the Lincoln Town Car and the Crown Vic. But this is all-wheel drive instead of rear-wheel drive. I personally like rear-wheel drive, but all-wheel drive is a close second. Well, maybe not a close second, but it's not horrible. And it's pretty awesome when you just slam the throttle down in sport mode and launch off the line. So you might notice that I have a Tennessee license plate. And that's because I'm actually working in Tennessee for the next year or so. I'll be spending about half my weekends back in Michigan, but I'll be spending the weekdays and work days in Tennessee and Arkansas doing consulting for Ford dealerships. So, yeah, this is the 2015 Taurus SHO. Why don't I go ahead and show you some of the highlights. So first of all, the front grille I think looks a whole lot better than the normal Taurus. The normal Taurus isn't a bad looking car, it's just kind of a regular looking car, but with the blacked out grille and the slightly more defined curvature of the hood and stuff, I think this is the right look. It's definitely got that sort of Mustang design language that you can see when you look at the new Mustangs. It has the Taurus SHO wheels, which are pretty sweet. Really high quality. We've got Michelin tires, of course. The back, the only thing in the back that's different is you have the dual exhausts. So you've got an exhaust there, an exhaust there. Normally there's just two for the regular Taurus. And then you've got the spoiler. The back is probably the least interesting part of this vehicle, though, if I'm honest. Then, of course, you've got the big brakes, too. So the brakes are amazing on this. I mean, it stops like a much smaller car. And it really handles like a much smaller car, too, because it has an upgraded chassis from the regular Taurus. So one of my favorite parts, oh, look at this, a little honeybee, is the keyless entry. So that's super useful. Inside we have the Taurus SHO seats, which are super comfy, but they're definitely made for people much bigger than me. The bolstering leaves a bit to be desired, but people who are much bigger than me love them. The back seat has a ton of space. I'm not sure if it's any more space than like a Crown Vic, but it's definitely roomy and you've got plenty of headroom. This is a very tall car. It's almost taller than me, which is crazy considering, like, I'm taller than Town and Country, and this is pretty much the same height as like a Chrysler Town and Country. It really gives you a perspective on how big this thing is. That's probably a bit of an exaggeration, but you get the point. I don't spend much time in the back, but it is very comfy when you are in the back. I might do like a full interior tour once I've gotten a little bit more time behind the wheel. So we've got this awesome sunroof, push to start. This thing retracts back. So my favorite feature is probably the cooled seats. Heated seats are all well and good, but when you have black leather and it's sunny, I don't care where you live. If you live in Tennessee, Michigan, or Alaska, that black leather gets real hot. So cooled seats are an awesome thing to have. We've got the sport mode, which is, I just throw it in sport mode every time I get in there because the company's paying for the gas, which I'm very glad about because check out this gas mileage. It's called an EcoBoost, but I'm getting 15.2 miles per gallon. That may be more my fault because of the way I drive it, but it's definitely not great, no matter what way you put it. And of course you've got the paddle shifters, which are pretty useless on an automatic. I mean, by the time you click this and then the car is actually shifted, it's too late. You already want a different gear. So I rarely ever use these. I might use them if I'm just messing around and I want to pass somebody or just for shits and gigs, but it's not really a useful thing in day-to-day life the way something like a dual clutch transmission would be. I probably would use this more often if there was a dual clutch, but since it's a slush box, they don't really do much good. Like I said, I just put it in sport mode, and that keeps it in a lower gear at all times. So that'll make you go faster than this will make you go fast, unfortunately. Lots of steering wheel controls. Gotta love the adaptive cruise control. That's awesome for long drives. All the different controls. Of course, the voice thing is just crap. It doesn't actually work. Never has, never will. Unfortunately, since it's not a 2016, it still has the old My Ford Touch system, which is a pain in the ass. But the next all future generations will have Sync 3, which is usable. Got some other, so it's just some small details that distinguish this, make it look a little bit more sporty, sort of the fake, I don't even know if this is supposed to be carbon fiber or aluminum, but it's supposed to be more sporty. Got some fake carbon fiber stuff going on here and here. It says SHO all over the place. Overall, it's a pretty nice interior, though. It's definitely comfortable. I wouldn't say, it's definitely not a luxury interior the same way the Porsche is, because the Porsche has leather everywhere, whereas this has mostly just leather on the seats and then faux leather everywhere else, and sort of vinyl stuff. And this is pretty messy because this has been I've been doing a lot of driving in this the past few weeks, so it's a little bit on the messy side, but yeah, so this is my new car, my new daily driver, I guess you would say. I wish I could daily drive the Porsche, but I decided to leave that in Michigan for now. So I'll have my Porsche in Michigan for when I come home on the weekends, and then I'll have this here in Tennessee and Arkansas for work. Which, I mean, I could bring my Porsche down here, but then I wouldn't have a car back in Michigan, and Ford wouldn't be paying for my gas there. So it's a pretty good deal when you can get a like beast of a car, really fast car that weighs a ton, and you don't have to pay the gas. So maybe I'll do a video more about like what I do for my job and stuff like that, because it's actually pretty interesting, and it's a fun job. So yeah, there it is, the 2015 Taurus SHO. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Thanks.